Guys, I think I'm gonna go running. Okay, so potentially terrible idea, right? So I rolled my ankle really bad on Monday. Like, it's Thursday night now, and I'm thinking going tomorrow, Friday. So like 5 days between them, and I rolled it really bad, like to where I'm not sure if it's like a really bad roll or if it's an actual sprain, like a level 1 ankle sprain, right? I don't know which one it is, but whatever. So I looked online, and it was sort of saying it can heal up within a week, at max 2 weeks, that kind of thing, to sort of heal up. Like, it won't be 100%, but usable. And I was like, on the first day, I was like, that's never happening. Okay, it was excruciating. I couldn't walk on it. I was like, that's not happening. But now either I'm thinking those injuries do heal up really fast, or I have like a super foot that heals up really fast, or maybe I was just being like an overdramatic baby potentially on the first day, because like that first day and also the next day, it was like foot up, iced constantly, like I'm feeling sorry for myself. Next day, sort of okay. Like, I went to get coffee, I walked there. Like, it was slow going, but really I think it was just me being afraid to step on things, like proper like foot, more so than that I couldn't do it. And the next day was yesterday, or today basically, and like Thursday. Like, I don't want to jinx it. Like, I'm gonna knock on wood right now. I'm knocking on wood right now. But it was pretty okay. Like, it no longer hurts. It just, like, when I stretch it, like, there's like tension, and hardness, or like if you're going really fast like that forward, like there's a bit of like a twinge, but it sort of seems okay. So now I'm like, I can walk on it, and I did like a little tester run, like this, and it sort of seems okay. So I'm like, I should do it. I should give it a go. Like, especially, right, if I wear these super hideous, unsexy socks that my aunt told me to get. She's like, get the extra super sexy ones that go all the way up your leg. I did get those. So I feel like if I wear those and I get up really early in the morning tomorrow, right, like butt crack of dawn, okay, no one's around, no one can see. I mean, not to the point where it's like rapey, but like no one's just sort of like going about their lives that can see me. That gives me like an ability to test it, right? So like if I pop out, I got my running shoes on, I got my super sexy socks on, and I give it a go, I'm like bing 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 bing, and like 3 steps in, I'm like, no friend, backwards, roll it back. I can do that because there's no one around sort of being like, what the hell is she doing, I don't feel like I need to sort of pretend like nothing's wrong, like, oh, let's see how far we can go, I'm already committed, people are watching me, like that. I can just, bow out. Also, I'm thinking, because I haven't been taking ibuprofen or like painkillers or anything, because I wanted to sort of like be in tune with my pain, okay, like the internet was like, you should leave it up and rest it and ice it and whatever, but only for like the first few days. Like, after the first few days, like that isn't really necessarily the guidance anymore, okay? Like, if you leave it rested too long, it's gonna sort of like get atrophy weirdness, do you know what I mean? Like, you need to start using it and stretching it and putting weight on it and stuff like that, but only to the point where, it doesn't hurt. So I'm like, okay, if I don't take ibuprofen, don't take any painkillers, and I'm just like really in tune with how much it hurts in each different like position or action, okay, I can be like, yeah, this is hurting too much, and I can just bow out. Or I can be like, this is actually okay, and just like keep going for a bit. But if I don't go more than 10 minutes, what do you guys think? Like, I know you can't like say anything before I do it, obviously, like maybe you're shouting down the screen at me right now, but there's nothing you can do, and you can't get to me now, so I've got to just decide that shit on my own. Also, another big thing that we're doing tomorrow is going on vacation to Devon. So I was really worried when I first rolled my ankle. I was like, holy shit, am I not gonna be able to walk or anything in Devon? That's gonna be like really shit, because it's like a beach vacation. And now I'm like, bitchin', like I think I'll be okay, knock on wood again. But is this run now a terrible idea, because now I'm gonna ruin it right before my vacation? Okay, but also I would just leave it. I would just like wait a bunch of time, but I've got this half marathon thing that I have to do at the end of the month. I only have like 2.5 weeks, or like even 2 weeks left. And I was reading online as well that after 5 days, that's when you have like a noticeable drop in fitness if you just like laze around and don't do anything for 5 whole days. Like if I wait longer than 5 days, I feel like I'm gonna just have been running and doing craziness since May for nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like all those crazy long runs I did in like the scorching hot, it'll be for nothing if I wait like very much longer beyond like 5 days off for running. Oh my god. This is stupid, isn't it? No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be a big brave girl. I'm gonna be in tune with my pain. Okay? I'm gonna bow out if I need to bow out. But also, there's things in the world I gotta do. Gotta go be a big brave girl. Put on my big girl panties. And also get up at 6 in the morning, which is something that I fear more than a hurt ankle. Okay, I feel like it'll come as a shock to no one that it is not 6 in the morning. It is 8:30, okay? Which still, for me, is good, okay? These are my sexy socks. Are we ready? We'll see how it works. How sexy are these? Happy birthday, Mr. President. Okay, like actually I feel like they're not as like compression-y as I thought they'd be. Like, am I supposed to maybe, I don't know, what if I double compressioned? Like I'm like pulled down? Though to be fair, I feel like my aunt told me to get the ones that go all the way up, like for a reason, you know, like maybe it's very important that this also get something. I don't know, I kind of like how this is going. It's sort of feeling better now. I might give that a go actually. Should I be one of these people that wears like a normal sock on the other side, or should I do like double the socks on both sides? I feel like the other side doesn't really need it, is it? Or maybe like as a preventative action to keep it from doing the same damn thing. So Sarah, your Chushoff, sent me her Rocky/Creed playlist. So that's what we're doing today. That's what we're gonna do for roughly either 10 minutes or 2 seconds, depending on how we go. Okay, wish me luck. Guys, I did it! Oh, like, I mean, it was slow and a bit wonky to start, and I did at one point sort of hit the twinge point that I didn't like. And maybe when I get home, I find that it's completely swollen up like a complete grapefruit and I've made a huge mistake. But at the minute, I feel okay. I did 15 minutes, so if it is okay and it doesn't swell, I might do 15 minutes again tomorrow and then see where we go. Holy shit. Also, though, if you're looking to not have anyone see you struggle, like going at the school run time, not ideal. Okay, so bit of a late start, but today's book is 3 Elegies for Kosovo by Ismail Kadare. Ismail Kadare is a really famous Albanian author. I think he's like their most famous author. And he wrote another one that I've always sort of wanted to read, like a really famous one. Hold on, what's that one called? The General of the Dead Army. So I've had him on my radar before that I've wanted to read him, but haven't gotten around to it. This one is super small, which is good because we're going on vacation from about 3 o'clock today, and I'm not sure what the Wi-Fi situation will be like, so I think I'm going to end the vlog at that time. So hopefully we can finish this book by then and also have a chat about it before then. Okay, roughly premise, right? I think it's like 3 short stories or like 3 short snippets of Kosovo's history, starting in 1389. Okay, with sort of a battle against the Ottoman Empire, and ending in 1989 with Slobodan Milosevic and all that shiz. I'm minorly obsessed with this part of the world. My dad went to Bosnia in the 90s when I was a kid with the army, and he sort of came back with stories and sort of pictures and everything like that, and from then on I was desperate to sort of go to sort of the former Yugoslavian countries and like the Balkans and things like that, and I've now been to most of them. I only have Kosovo and Montenegro left, and it makes me sad because I'd really love to go there. I also want to go to Albania. My husband has actually been to both Albania and Kosovo and said they're amazing, and it sort of like sticks in my craw. Like, why does he get to go, you know? And now I don't have anyone that will go with me. Like, it would have been him, but now he's already been, you know, so he's like less excited. Whatever. Anyway, I'm excited to read this. I finally decided what books I'm taking with me on vacation. There's so many of them, they need their own bag. First of all, the 3 I said about yesterday, the ones sort of coming up in my TBR while I'm away, okay? But then, spares, just in case any of these suck. Also ones that I can read with Anwan, just in case she gets a bit bored and wants a bit of reading as well. Kid version of Emma. Okay, it is actually a shorty, because there's like 200 pages in here. Brilliant. Donner dinner party about the group of people who got stranded on the mountains going west and had to eat each other. Perfect. The Aja Waja about a mysterious creepy creature in the woods. Mason Mooney, Supernatural Sleuth. This is the brand new one. This is the third installment of Mason Mooney. Basically what happened is he accidentally put his heart in a jar with magic and needs to get it out. I'm also bringing audiobooks, namely the 4th day book that I need to do for Shorty September, which is like an Outlander novella. But among other audiobooks. So like you can never have too many audiobooks, I feel. Especially, you know, in the car. Y'all, I had to get a map out, right? Like, of the Balkans in like 1389 to sort of help me work through the places that they were sort of talking about in the book. But then I fell down like a really intense Wikipedia rabbit hole about this whole thing. And I'm still basically on page 6 of my book. This stuff is super interesting, okay, but a bit niche. Like, maybe not everyone will be interested in this like I am in like a nerdy way. But also, another super interesting thing, some I didn't know. Ever since the Venetians began using mute couriers, political rumors, particularly those emanating from roadside inns, had fallen off considerably. Holy shit. What a weird thing, you know, to sort of curtail gossip and to sort of like keep your state secrets. Like, no one sort of travels around sending messages around unless they can't talk. I wonder what would happen if they did that in my office. While everyone waited for a Jewish historian, of whom it was said that he had lost his mind one day, but that it had come back and was even more brilliant than before. I think that sounds like me. Ooh, this is interesting. Nor did the shouts of the Balkan troops provoke a response on the other side, except for the wailing voices of the muezzins, which the Balkans heard for the first time, and which seemed to them like a deadly lullaby. No sound came from the Turkish camp. Like, obviously Albania and also Bosnia are like majority Muslim countries now, but it wasn't until the Ottomans sort of came and made them Muslim. You know, before that they were just Christian nations. That's interesting. Except for the wailing voices of the muezzins, which the Balkans heard for the first time, and which seemed to them like a deadly lullaby. I like that. The book is actually super good so far. I'm really enjoying it. Like, at the minute, the Ottoman Empire is about to sort of invade Kosovo and take it. So there's sort of a collection of different nationalities together through diplomacy who are going to try to fight the Ottoman Empire off. And two of those are the Serbians and the Albanians. But because the Serbians and the Albanians have like really rough history with each other, like England and France, like always fighting each other through history, like all of their like songs to push their armies, you know, like gung ho, let's go armies, like their songs and like their sort of chants and stuff are to do with defeating the other one. So like all of Serbia's ones are about defeating Albania, and all of Albania's ones are about defeating Serbia. So they're having like this big sort of thing together, like right before the battle. And they've got like these singer guys in to sort of like rile up the troops, you know, and to like get their stuff going. But like the Albanian guy is like just like singing all the like anti-Serbia things, and like the Serbians are singing all the anti-Albania things, and it's like ridiculous and everyone's laughing. Not really working in the way it's supposed to, and I feel like obviously they're gonna lose this battle. We've got our two minstrel guys here now, and I feel like it's like really getting to the heartbreaking point that the author's trying to sort of say. These two minstrels, they've seen the battle go sour, you know, they've watched it all fall apart and they're defeated, but they survived and they're sort of fleeing now, but there's nowhere really to go because their homeland has been taken over. They're like refugees basically, and they've sort of collapsed in a heap and they're talking and like they're despairing and stuff, and they've said, we ourselves have brought this disaster upon our heads, my brother. We've been fighting and slaughtering each other for so many years over Kosovo, and now Kosovo has fallen to others. He keeps sort of saying things like, you know, this is madness, you know. And then sort of the very end of that chapter says, the Serbs' eyes were filled with the same tragic lament. Both men were prisoners, tied to each other by ancient chains, which they could not and did not want to break. Basically linking, I guess, like I haven't gotten to the modern bit, like the part that takes place in the 80s yet, but sort of linking sort of what was going on at the time with sort of Slobodan Milosevic and everything, to conflict between Serbia and Albania that's ancient and has been going on for hundreds of years, and how they're locked in this curse with each other and neither of them either know how to get out of it or even want to get out of it, like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, they sort of revert to this as their native culture and their native traditions and everything to be in opposition to the other. Do you know what I mean? which is really interesting. Holy crap. That was so good. I loved that one. 5 stars that. I feel like, I mean, obviously I need like have time to digest it and like think about it, but at the minute I feel like that's the best one I've read this whole Shorty September. Like, I don't want to give the ending away, but the ending was so good. It's just basically the last elegy is only a couple pages long, so like the middle elegy is like half the book, you know what I mean? But the last elegy is only like 2-3 pages, and it's basically the Sultan, or like the head of the Ottoman Empire, that defeated the Serbian army but was killed on the battlefield in 1389. He like they took his body back home, but they left like his blood and like his organs and stuff there on the battlefield, like something about sort of like old school belief and like how memory and everything is all linked in blood, you know? So they sort of left it there, and basically he's now speaking sort of from the grave. He's like, I'm still here, my blood is here. They took my empty body back home. Like, why'd they do that? They should have taken me back home. They've left me on this battlefield so that I can watch battle after battle after battle after battle. And now this new one has come up, or like, it's old to us now, but at the time it was new. And with Slobodan Milosevic and everything, it's like this new battle, it's just it goes and goes and goes, like, you know, when will I be free from this? Like, take me home, stop these battles. It's, you know, anyway, it's brilliant. Okay, I know I have to sort of pack up random shit. Like, I packed a bit, but I did not pack all the way. I need to do that. Tomorrow's book, I've already packed it, so I can't show you. It's Small Hands, or Such Small Hands, or something. It's about that girl. It's the one about like the orphan girl who's not like the other girls, you know, like a creepy one. Love it. Also small like this, so that's good. Okay, so next time I vlog, hopefully tomorrow, we'll be in Devon and having an amazing time, hopefully. Anyway, if you've gotten this far, thank you for watching again. If you have any questions, comments, anything, please let me know. Sorry, my insane babbling about my ankle and my whole like situation with the running took up so much of this video. I sort of just looked back now, and like it's taken up half the video, and it shouldn't have taken up that long. I apologize for that. I will be less obsessed with that tomorrow, hopefully. Okay.